Samore Love Bugs, you have now tuned in to my Black Ink Crew recap. Guys, be sure to subscribe if you have not yet done so. Also, be sure to share this video wherever you like to share videos and give it that good old thumbs up, okay? So, and also don't forget to check out my Samore Love TV channel, because over there is where I do my love and hip hop recaps. And of course, soon we're going to be doing our reunion of the Love and Hip Hop New York recaps. So you don't want to miss that out or miss out on that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so he is, well, actually it was Duchess that she was talking about. She was saying, telling everybody how is now saying that Achilles is not his son. And Caesar, he seemed like he was like, what? Like, he seemed like he was super shocked and surprised. Like, yo, if my father ever did that to me after 10 years, talk about something, you're not my father, I would be messed up in the head. But things just get misconstrued along the way, because he actually said that he would not tell his son that. I mean, him putting it out on TV, his son is not a little kid, so he can hear about stuff like this. So at the end of the day, you kind of are telling him, but he wouldn't actually say it to his face. He said regardless to anything, that's his son because he raised him. He even acts like him, so it don't even matter. Who knows? Maybe he messed up on the test. I bet you they're going to probably show that he messed up and did it wrong or something like that. He put the spit in the wrong direction or something. So, he's getting a tattoo now. He gets it done by Caesar, and it was a Serenity tattoo. And the tattoo was pretty darn hot. It was like all along his elbows and really big and looked awesome. Skye, she's in jail, as we all know. She's in, Tent City, which is super hot. And she got people, like the guys, they're not too far from the women, so when they're on the phone and stuff, the guys be saying obscene things, but she's like just arguing back and not giving an F, just like how she normally is. And the thing about her is that she looked like she was doing pretty well in the jail. She had her nails done in some nice little yellow design, and then it had some black there, and then she had her hair looking all cute. And her outfit wasn't too bad either. It's just she didn't have like a whole face full of makeup or anything like that. But she didn't look too bad, to be honest. He is having a art showcase called Moisturize Your Mind. The reason why he's doing it is so that it can be like kind of like a fundraiser and a project for him to get to do. And to further his career and just do better in life. That's what he's trying to do now. And he wants to raise money because he's not sure if he's going to be going to jail. So he goes to see his lawyer, and his lawyer seemed like he was on some kind of drugs himself, like the drugs that they confiscated from this freaking lawyer took it or something like that. I'm not saying he did, but it's just the way he was acting was so awkward and so weird. This is not even like a public defender type of lawyer that helps you because they've been assigned to you. No, it's somebody that he's actually paying real money to. The guy doesn't even know his name, and they've been doing this for how long? And he asks him about his beard, if it's for religious, and he's like, I'm gonna win this. He wants to win. It seemed like he almost wanted to tell him to shave his beard. And then he's also asking him about his eyes. Does he wear glasses all the time and he needs to protect his eyes? And just asking him all these questions. I'm just like, dude, shouldn't you know these things? And why are you asking him these weird questions right now? I don't know. He just seemed a little awkward at that moment. Even was like, I don't know if he didn't take his meds or what it is, but he's like acting really weird. And my life is in his hands right now. Joe and Caesar. Joe is Caesar's partner in the whole Black Ink magazine that he's doing, where he wanted to get the dude from Tough City involved in it, which is a well-known tattoo parlor here in New York, actually in the Bronx. And they go to Puma's house because Puma doesn't want to be involved, and Joe is like, this is money right here. We need to talk to him. So when they go to Puma's house, Quani was super cool. She's like, okay, he's not here right now. And it was ended at that. Couple minutes later, you see this girl coming outside talking about, he came to our house. He came over here with Joe. He disrespected her. I'm like, what? He ain't say nothing to you. To me, I mean, okay, it's a little weird that he comes to your house knowing that you guys just had a fight not too long ago. Yes. But if they haven't been arguing or doing anything crazy, then why do you automatically assume that he's coming to fight? He could be coming to actually have a conversation, which is what he actually came to do, was to have a conversation with Puma and to try to see if they could persuade him to get involved, because the other dude from Touch City, he don't want to work on the project if Puma's not on it. I feel like she blew this way out of proportion and took it to a whole nother level that it did not have to be taken to. So following that, they have the art show and everything goes weird. I was gonna say weird. Well, everything goes well with the art show. He raises money. His family / crew members, you know, the Black Ink crew, they bought some stuff as well, which was pretty cool. And he definitely is a good artist. He definitely has some good pieces in there. Kathy, she also comes, but luckily it didn't get too crazy, and she just told him that she was proud of him and things like that, so it was really squashed. It was nothing crazy. He didn't even want her to come because they're not in that kind of space right now, and every time they're together, they tend to fight or argue. And plus the whole betrayal about the child, Achilles and everything, it's not something that he really wanted to think about at that moment. So, Dede Ashley, at whatever her name is, that Dede girl, she was talking to Sassy, not really sure if she wants to continue the relationship. Well, it seemed like she wasn't sure, but she's like, yeah, she wants to do this. She's in it. That's it. She's invested in this. And Sassy kind of had to remind her, like, yeah, my mom acted a certain way, but you haven't even told your mother that you're gay as yet. So that's a whole nother thing that we gonna have to battle as well. You don't even know if your mom's gonna accept it, if she's gonna like it. You don't know what your mom's gonna say. She could be worse than her mother. So yeah, that's something else that you guys are gonna have to go through and face and stuff like that. So she says that she's riding with her, she's there for her, and they're back to being in a good space. It looks like in the next episode they're gonna have them sit with her mom again. I'm like, oh, here we go. Her mom looks like a teenager. Like, Sassy's mom to me looks younger than Sassy. She looks really good for, I don't know what age she is. She probably had her at a young age. We never know. Well, I mean, you can always Google it. It's probably public information anyway. Once you become, like, on TV or whatever, a lot of your information is on Wikipedia or somewhere on the internet. Caesar, he was talking about how Puma was running around town saying that he threatened his family and he came to his house trying to beat him up and stuff like that. And he's like, yo, that's freaking ridiculous because none of that went down. And that's true because none of that did go down. It wasn't about any fighting or anything like that. They seemed like they were coming in peace. So while he's talking and telling this story, Duchess, she looks out the window and she's like, yo, like straight up, like Quani's right there right now. And he's like, what? They go outside and she's saying all these obscenities, like she's cursing like a freaking sailor man. Every freaking cuss word that could come out of she mouth was coming out at that moment. It was just ridiculous. It was like so many bleeps you couldn't even hear what she was saying. The only thing that I did hear eventually was she said something about him having, you know, the D's in his mouth. And I think that is what really like ticked him off because he's like a hood thug dude. For somebody to say something like that to him, it really like was like, what are you talking about? And he came outside like he was about to do something. Then somebody's pushing her back. I'm like, what's the purpose of you coming if people are pushing you back? But at the end of the day, nothing was going to go down anyway because it was like 5 cops right there. What are you going to do? Are you going to hit somebody so you can get arrested? Like, they're waiting with their handcuffs like this. You know? They're waiting. Just play with the handcuffs. Do something. We ready. We having a boring day. We ready for this. I mean, they let them rock a little bit, probably because they see that this is actually a show. So they're like, all right, we'll let you rock. But once things get out of hand, we are here. Yeah, and they pushing her back. And it was funny because a few minutes after she gets taken off the scene, the what Caesar called the crackhead, what he said, the crackhead squad came in, which was her her aunt, which her aunt was like, she didn't want me to come down here. I'm the aunt that she don't talk about, that she didn't want to come down here. The aunt, I guess she's the thug life one. That's probably where Quani gets her thug life self from. And then her, oh yeah, but her mom, we all know her mom is pretty crazy as well. So I guess Quani's like an undercover crazy. You know, like a lot of times she can seem like she's not so crazy. And I think when she was heavier, she didn't really act so crazy. She had her moments, but she didn't really get off like this. Like now she's agile. She can move around. She ain't playing. She letting you know. But I just feel like she blew this way out of proportion. And then, of course, Duchess is going to defend her man because she doesn't want her man hitting any female. So if anybody's going to be doing it, she's going to be doing it. Even though they just took a flight to freaking Paris not too long ago, she took her with her. She like, nah, like, you're coming at my man crazy. I'm going to do what I have to do, and I'm going to defend him. It's totally understandable. But I think the women are just making it really, really worse. At the end of the day, you had nothing to do with this, and he didn't disrespect you. He didn't say anything crazy about you. Yes, he rang on your doorbell, but I don't think he came to fight. So I think that that's where everything kind of went left, was with that. But on the flip side, we did have good news. He went to court, and they said that he's guilty, but he's going to get 5 years probation. So he's pretty much free, but he's going to have to make sure that he always goes to his bail bondsman or his probation officer, I should say. I don't think he has a bail bondsman anymore. I think now he has a regular PO that he has to go see periodically, get not blood tests. He got to get his urine tested. He got to make sure he probably has a curfew, can't stay out too late. Yeah, it's not the best life, but it's a better life than being put in jail. So he better use this and just really excel his life and do what he has to do. He said he's going to, but I feel like he said this before. But now that he really got a second chance at doing things right, he really needs to come through and just continue to be sober and try to like build his brand. Because a lot of them, they're building their brand. A lot of people on reality shows in general, they take this as a stepping stone. And I think that that's what you should do. You should use this as a doorway. You know, it's open for you. Now go through it and just succeed in life and do something better. That way, this is not the only thing you're remembered by. Now that you have fans and people that love you, you can do a clothing line. You can open an art store. I mean, it sounds kind of weird, but he's doing art. He loves art. Do something for the youth that they'll be able to draw. You know, so many things that he can do. Just have to think above and beyond and just help people by using his testimony, perhaps. I've been through this, but luckily I was able to get out, and this is what I'm doing now, and I changed my life. You know, that's always a better story than I'm in jail now. Quani and her mother, they sit down with Puma, and of course, Quani's mother, she always seems to try to attack Puma. And Quani, she just wasn't having it. I'm like, girl, you want some cocoa or something? I'm like, girl, what are you doing? She just went off on her mom, and I feel like she's never really done that. I feel like she's always allowed her mom to kind of come at him crazy. But I guess maybe because she knows that she was the one that started this whole thing and he didn't really have anything to do with it. Maybe that's why she was stepping up to the plate and taking responsibility for what had occurred. That's what I'm assuming, because she was just like, she got pissed off. She took off the mic and she just walked away. She's like, no, I'm not going to let you do this. Like, everybody keeps on trying to, I think she's also fed up in life that she's not able to do what she wants to do in life, and that Puma's kind of holding her back. Remember, a few episodes ago, we saw that. So I feel like that was part of what she was talking about as well, because she was like, everybody. And it's like, who is everybody? What are you talking about? So I kind of feel like that's it too. She just has a lot going on right now, and it's overwhelming, and she just needs to like release it. It's like when you go into a room that's super quiet, you turn off the lights, and you just scream. And just let it all out. Everything, all your frustrations, everything you've been holding back, just let it out. I think that that's what's going on with her right now. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down below. And don't forget to share and all that other good stuff. And stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Later.